What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. As some of you may know, some of you may not, on Sundays I do not stream MLB The Show and I do not post an MLB The Show video. Sundays are all like different stuff, so I try to do stuff that's a little bit out of the ordinary, try to play some different games on stream. Tonight I will be playing Batman Arkham Knight. I will be starting my playthrough of that at 4 o'clock p.m. Pacific, 7 o'clock Eastern. Come through if you are interested. So yeah, if you want to just watch MLB The Show, tune back in tomorrow. But anyway, what we're going to be doing today is a Q&A video, and I had you guys send me some questions on Twitter as well as Instagram, and I got some good questions. There's a lot of them kind of overlap, so even if I don't put your question on the screen, you still might get an answer or something similar to what you're looking for. So decided to do a Q&A. Normally I'm pretty hesitant to do something like a Q&A because I feel like that's pretty much all of what my streams are. I'm pretty much playing MLB for 2 hours on stream. You guys are asking me a lot of questions in the chat, and I really try to be interactive with the chat. I try to read as many comments as I can, so most of the time I'm literally just answering questions. So normally I'm pretty like, I don't really need to do a Q&A, but at least with this, it gives you guys a kind of like a point of reference to go if you may be looking for an answer to a frequently asked question. I'm gonna go ahead and start answering some of the questions right now, but really quick, watch this whole video if you're interested, and then at the end, if you have a question that didn't get answered or you have a different question that you just thought of, leave it in the comments, because then if I want to do like an episode 2 or a part 2 to this or something like that, I can go check back on the comments of this video and I can already have like a good amount of stuff to answer for the next one. So if you want a question answered, leave it in the comments. Okay, so the first question is going to be from Twitter. It's from @BradleyHamlin_K. He said, what is your favorite sport to play and what is your favorite sport to watch? I mean, baseball would probably be number one for all of those, but if it's not baseball, my favorite sport to play is definitely basketball. I was actually just playing basketball tonight. And to watch, I guess I would say football. I really don't watch any basketball until the playoffs start. And even then, I really only watch the finals. So, yeah, I would say if it's not baseball for each, it would be play basketball and watch football. The next question is going to come from Instagram. It's going to be from Alex Baronato. He said, why are you an Angels fan over all the other California teams? Also, keep up the good work, man. Love your videos. Yo, thank you, Alex. Appreciate that. Why am I an Angels fan over the other California teams? Well, I mean, it was either between the Angels or the Dodgers. The first game I watched was an Angels game in like 2004, and Vladimir Guerrero hit a home run on the first like pitch he saw, and I was like, oh my god, like this dude's dope. So Vladimir Guerrero really helped me like the Angels. And growing up, I went to a lot of Dodgers and a lot of Angel games. And I just kind of liked Angel Stadium more. I felt like it was more fun. There was more cool stuff to look at. So I've always just kind of leaned towards the Angels, and you know, at some point I've made the definitive decision that they were my team. But I don't hate the Dodgers by any means. I don't buy into the Freeway Series rivalry. If the Dodgers are in the World Series, I'm going to root for them. I was rooting for them to beat the Astros last year anyways, so I don't buy into the LA rivalry. I like both the Dodgers and the Angels because they were both a big part of my childhood. Next one is going to be from Twitter. It's going to be @It'sSpartan. He wants to know, what's your top 3 favorite games of all time? Number 1 for me is Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare, the OG one that came out in 2007. That one that's my favorite game ever. That's what really got me in, like, that wasn't my first online game, but that's really what got me into like competitive gaming and like, you know, just loving gaming as a community, like with people I played with. So Call of Duty 4 definitely was number 1 for me. The other 2, I would say MVP Baseball 2005. I used to play that on the GameCube with my brother every single day. We would have franchises and, you know, we'd create whole teams, and it was amazing. That game was so much fun. The soundtrack on that game was, soundtrack on that game was on another level. And then number 3, probably Gears of War, the first Gears of War game. That was the actual first game I ever played online, like on Xbox Live. And I remember I was playing it on Xbox Live in the living room. My dad was there. He was just chilling on the couch doing his thing. And I picked up the sniper rifle in the match, and I missed like every shot. I was super bad with it. And then one of the guys on my team actually sent me a message, and I opened it up in front of my dad, and it was just this hate message like, you effing suck with this sniper. Just memories like that, man. Gears of War brings a lot back. So those are probably my top 3 favorite games. All right, next one's going to be from Instagram. It's going to be from nhodson2. He said, what's your favorite food? Also, what is your favorite MLB The Show? My favorite food is cheeseburgers. I love cheeseburgers. I feel like it's really hard to mess up a cheeseburger, so I feel like they're pretty much always good. There are definite ones that taste better than others, of course, but I think for the most part, like, you get a patty, you get some cheese on there, you get 2 buns, like that. It's too hard to mess up. And then what is my favorite MLB The Show? I would say MLB The Show 17 because I just felt like the content was top notch. I know there were definite issues with the gameplay in terms of the hitting engine specifically, but I feel like other than the hitting engine, they made a lot of different changes to that game, to the other parts of the gameplay that really helped it. So yeah, I would say 17, and it was really the game that kind of gave me a jump start on my channel. So I would say 17. Next up is going to be from Twitter. It's at Hupper Anson. He said, "What's the backstory of you and Mr. Vernon Wells?" Why did you make me say the name? If you guys don't know, there is this like running meme or running joke in my streams where every time, like, I don't like Vernon Wells. He may be a great dude, but as a player, like, when he came to the Angels and just didn't perform at all, like, it left such a sour taste in my mouth. I don't like Vernon Wells. I don't ever want to hear his name. Just get him out of Angels history. Get him out of my stream. Stop typing his damn name in the chat. Next up is going to be from Instagram. It's going to be from Aiden Bandurka 13. He said, "What was your inspiration to start doing YouTube?" I got a lot of questions kind of with the same thing, like, why did you start doing YouTube? Who's your biggest inspiration? Stuff like that. Really, I've always been interested in content for video games. Like, I've been watching streams since like 2010, 2011, man. I've been watching streams since it was like Justin TV. 2011, I used to watch streams with my friend every day. We would come home from school. We would watch this guy play Modern Warfare 3. I uploaded a couple Modern Warfare videos every once in a while just because, I thought it was cool to post a video, but I don't really know like what inspired me. I've just always kind of liked watching video game content on YouTube. Just the fact that you have this game and there's so many creative people in the world that will put out a fun and entertaining video for you to watch for free. Like, I just thought that was really cool. So there's not really like that. Like, there wasn't like a spark. It was like, oh man, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna start doing YouTube. I kind of just did it. Like, I just started uploading MLB The Show, particularly because there wasn't a lot of real competition on that game. But I didn't start it with the fact that, like, oh, I'm going to be the #1 MLB The Show YouTuber. I just felt like there was a lack of content for that game, and I really enjoyed the game. So I was like, I'm just going to start posting show videos and see what happens. So yeah, that's really it. There wasn't like a huge like breaking point in my life where I was like, YouTube is, I'm starting one. It wasn't really like that. I like YouTube. I like gaming content. That's it. Kevin H12251 asked, "What was the scariest moment in your life?" The one that sticks out to me the most was I almost like really wrecked my car one time really bad. I was working like a super late shift back when I worked at Best Buy, and it was near the beginning of the year, so it was like January, February, or whatever. I think it was like 2015 or 16 or something, and there was like 1 week in California where we got more rain than we got in like the whole year. Like, it was crazy. It was pouring from the morning to the nighttime. It was wild. Everywhere was like just flooded. It was crazy. So I got off work at like midnight. I was driving home, and I got on the freeway, and I'm going up the on-ramp, and I'm like going on the on-ramp to get on the freeway, and then I look in my mirror to make sure that I'm like merging, like make sure there's no cars coming on to my left. So I'm looking in the mirror, and then when I look back straight ahead at the road, I'm like hydroplaning, and I'm going like straight towards the wall on the right side. I'm like, oh my God. So I try to move my car a little bit, and then from there I lost all control of the car. This is like right in the middle of the freeway, and I'm literally spinning. I'm doing 360s on the freeway, dude. And when I finally stopped spinning and my car finally chilled out, literally I was facing oncoming traffic going at a pretty high speed on the freeway. So thankfully my car was okay. I was okay. I didn't get hit or anything. It was a very close call because I stopped pretty close to the wall. But yeah, that was probably one of the scariest moments of my life, just because I've never really been in a car accident that's like bad. I've gotten in like fender benders and stuff like that, but I've never wrecked my car, or I've never been in a car wreck or anything like that. So for me, I've lived a pretty safe life, I would guess. So yeah, that would probably be the scariest moment, because I really felt like, oh, this is it. I'm done. Riley Smith 2 asks, what do you think of Dodger dogs? Best hot dogs in the MLB? Well, I've only been to 6 stadiums, and Dodger Stadium is one of them, so I really only have like 5 other stadiums to compare it to. And I guess out of the 5 that I've been to, Dodger Stadium probably has the best hot dog. But I mean, Dodger dogs, I think they're pretty hyped up. They are, at the end of the day, it's a hot dog. It's hard, unless you're doing some sort of gourmet hot dog where you have it on like, Hawaiian bread or like Texas toast or something, and you're throwing some crazy stuff in there. It's hard to really mess up just like a hot dog with mustard or ketchup, whatever you want to put on it. It's just, Dodger dogs are pretty basic. Yeah, out of the other ones that I've tasted, they're probably the best, but they're really not that special. Rhino Rage 34 wants to know, what would be your dream vacation? To be honest, I really don't know what would be my dream vacation. I'm not a big traveler. If you ask anybody that I know, like in real life, any of my close friends or my family, they all know I'm pretty much like a homebody. I spend a lot of time like at home, or if I'm not home, I'm at least kind of around my area or around Southern California at least. I don't like to spend too much time away. I just like being in my comfort zone. I really love where I live. I love living in Southern California. I literally never want to leave. Like, obviously I want to live on my own and, whatever, and do all that stuff, but I don't want to leave this like location. I never want to live anywhere else in my life. Like, this is just it. So yeah, I don't really know. I guess I would say I'd like to visit maybe like Italy, or like Rome. I guess maybe that would be cool for like a little while, but yeah, as far as a dream vacation, I don't really have one, man. I feel like Southern California has everything that I need. It's got beaches, it's got mountains, it's got lakes, it's got good food, it's got tourists. I feel like I got everything here. Mikey Reed 21 wants to know, what is the hardest thing about doing YouTube? Well, the hardest thing about doing YouTube, I'm going to answer this from like a full-time YouTuber perspective. It's different if you're just uploading videos just for fun and like, shits and giggles or whatever. But from a full-time YouTuber standpoint, there's a couple things that are really, really tough. Number one is always continuing to be hungry, or continuing to try and post something better than you posted yesterday, or try to improve every day. That's really tough because you can easily fall into a hole of just uploading the same thing every day and just kind of getting the same results but not really growing. And I've done that plenty of times. I might even be in that funk right now. I don't know. If I am, I'll snap out of it at some point, but that's a big thing, is just making sure that you're continuing to improve and progress as not only like a creator, but also just as a person. The other thing I would say is balance. You can't spend your entire day making YouTube videos and playing a game or whatever it is you're creating. You have to make sure that you have your own priorities in life set as well. So whether that's eating healthy, whether that's going to the gym, whether that's making sure you spend time with your family and friends and all that stuff, you have to make sure that you live your life in addition to making videos and maintaining a steady YouTube channel. So just kind of, it's the mental side of YouTube is way more difficult than the actual, just posting videos and editing videos. You can mindlessly do that forever. As long as the mental side is okay, like what your priorities are and you know what you need to do on a daily basis as a human being, then you'll be good. But I feel like a lot of people don't really do that, and they just kind of get lost in the whole upload every day. If I don't upload, I'm not gonna be able to sleep. Like, it can be very, very stressful. So that's probably the hardest thing is managing your time and managing the balance of your life and your job. Next up, the Showtime's YT asks, what is your best advice for a content creator getting started off in the business that isn't the usual just keep uploading or just keep grinding or upload consistently? Well, first off, the two things you said in there are extremely important. So just because I'm going to say other stuff, don't forget about those. But it's kind of going off the last answer. The biggest things, you have to manage your time, and you have to stay consistent. But something else is, I see a lot of people undervaluing and overlooking, and I'm talking specifically about smaller creators, and I even see some bigger creators doing this too. People are undervaluing and overlooking the tools that YouTube gives you to help your videos get promoted or help your videos grow or whatever. People aren't utilizing their tags efficiently. People aren't utilizing the cards and annotations and the end screens. There are so many tools that YouTube gives you, not even just YouTube, other social media sites. You can like link your YouTube to your Twitter. You can link your YouTube to other things. Like you can notify people all across the board of when your videos go live and all this stuff. But if you want to take YouTube seriously, you really need to do the research and do the work. You got to understand what it is that will get a video or even a stream to another level. Like, you know, you can, if you make a video that's like a really good MLB The Show gameplay, and in the tags it says PS4 share and MLB The Show, that video is not going anywhere. That video is going to stay at 10 views or whatever the view number is. If you want your videos to grow, you have to research how to tag your video efficiently. You have to research how to title a video appropriately. Like, there are so many things that YouTube gives you, and if you actually take advantage and use the tools that they give you efficiently, your videos will grow. Your channel will grow as long as the content you're producing is good and you enjoy the content. If you don't enjoy what you're doing and you're just posting videos to post videos, people are going to see right through that, man. It's so easy to tell when somebody hates what they're doing versus when somebody loves what they're doing. So that's a big tip that I can give people, is that make sure you use the tools that YouTube gives you. And then another thing that this one is more for like streaming. Just remember that every single time, this is something that Frisk preaches a lot. Every single time somebody likes a video, every single time somebody subscribes to your channel, assuming they're not a bot, that is an actual person who made that action. That is an actual human being that clicked the subscribe button because they wanted to be, or they were intrigued by what they saw from your channel and they want to come back and see it again. Or they clicked that like button because they really enjoyed the content you showed on that video or on that live stream. So always remember that those numbers actually have people behind them. And I see a lot of smaller streamers doing this thing where they'll have 3 or 4 viewers in their stream, and then they'll see somebody else have 50, 100, 1,000, whatever, and they get very discouraged by that, and sometimes they'll even end their stream. That is such a slap in the face to the 3 to 4 people that are actually in your stream supporting you and watching your videos or watching your stream. Like, those are 3 to 4 people that deserve your 110% undivided attention. Just because the view count might be lower doesn't mean that the interaction isn't there. You know, having 3 people talking to stream is different than having 100 people talking to stream, but at the same time, you have to make sure those 3 people feel welcomed, feel comfortable, and you want them to come back, and then hopefully some more people will come in, you do the same for them, and then you organically grow your channel. So just make sure that you are remembering that there are people behind the numbers. I know I just went on for an hour and a half about that, but just keep that in mind. Those are my main tips. Sean Caddy 34 wants to know, In-N-Out or Five Guys? In-N-Out burger all day, every day. Five Guys has nothing on it. Drew Daly wants to know, is an Oreo a cookie? It is not. And then this will be the last one for now. What would you be doing if you weren't doing YouTube? This is from Zach Brennan. I would be doing something that would be like film production or television production. That's what I was studying in school before I stopped going to pursue YouTube for now. I still plan on going back and at least getting an associate's, but if I weren't doing YouTube, I'd probably be doing some sort of film production or media production in general. I don't know what exactly it would be. Actually, this will be the last one because I get this one all the time. Would you ever consider streaming on Twitch? I actually started streaming on Twitch a long time ago, and then I moved to YouTube, and I don't have any plans on moving to Twitch, at least not anytime soon. I have 118 amazing sponsors, and I don't want to go stream on another platform where they paid $4.99 a month to go sponsor me on YouTube. Plus, I like keeping all my content in one spot. I like the idea that somebody can just watch a video, and then once they're done watching that video, if they want to see more, they can be, oh, he's live, and just click, and they're there on the stream. They don't have to go to another website, another platform. So I'm not going to say no, I would never consider doing it, but as of right now, YouTube's pretty much all I will be doing as far as streaming. All right, guys, so that's going to do it for the Q&A. Remember, if you have a question that either didn't get answered or you want to see answered, leave it in the comments down below, and we might do a part 2 to this at some point. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Hopefully, I'll see you in the stream tonight for Batman. It should be a fun time, but peace out, guys.